Hello. We're going to an optional dungeon for Endwalker. The Stigma Dreamscape. They're all dancing. Okay, so we step on that little platform and you get pushed, booted, teleported over to this other area. What's that called? Launched? Launched. Man, English. Alright, so I grab all this stuff and I make my way over to the next pack. Did you know that you can get this as a mount? The blue version. The little TB things. Okay, so I keep all this here. This one, there are some that do long AoEs, okay? And then some that do circle AoEs. So just watch out for that kind of stuff. Like they stop wherever and do that, but eventually they'll pack it in together. But yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary here. But yeah, you can get it as a mount. It's adorable. How? It's part of fate in Endwalker. Alright, grab this next pack of stuff. I think there's nothing here, but they come out on the side, so make sure you're looking towards the right side when you make the turn. I have this habit of like rotating my camera a lot just to make sure there aren't any other stragglers like coming over, or if like one of the party members is back there, struggling with one of the ads and they're not bringing it over, then I make sure I can see that. Do they pronounce it Alphanod or Alphano? I always forget. Anyway, we're at the first boss now. So I'm gonna turn it around. Usual stuff. First off, we've got this side cannon thing. You'll see arrows coming off to the side, and that's the side that's gonna get cleaved. It's gonna be the entire side that's cleaved, okay? So it can either be yeah, this side or this side. So just make sure you're looking at the ground to figure out which side it is, and then go stand on the other side. See, it does it from half of the hitbox. Okay. This yellow stuff on the sides, if you step in it, I believe you get burned. Chemical missile. If you got AoEs, just spread them out. Spread them out, but then like they're gonna leave this puddle. And if you stand in the puddle for too long, you get a dot that will give you burn. See, for a moment I had burn on me. We got a stack marker, so we're gonna stack it up. Ooh, we also... yeah, if you step in there, you get burned. This stack marker is, it's got like a knockback thing on it. And so when you go in there, you will also like get knocked back. I have a better view of it. Okay, side cannons, you know, stand on the opposite side. Oh, this does a little in different order. This forward interceptors, that means that the front is going to get cleaved. Okay, and so you don't want to stand in the front. There's also one that does behind, so just be careful with that. So when it's done casting, the front will get cleaved there, see? Like that. So yeah, it looks like you can do it in different orders. Okay, chemical missile. So you get this. Yeah, okay. If you step out here, you get a bleed. But once you step out, then the bleed goes away. But these AoEs are the ones that drop the fire puddle, and you stand on that and you get burned. Okay, so in this view, it's a little bit clearer to see. We've got the yellow stack marker, but on the bottom, okay, you can see the purple arrows that are pointing outways. So that's the knockback thing. And so I didn't make it into the stack fast enough. I was lollygagging, trying to like look at the burns and things like that. But yeah, if you are in the stack marker, you will you know, get hit with this, but then also you'll get knocked backwards, back out of the way. And so when you get the stack marker, you want to bring it more to the center so that when people get knocked away, they don't get knocked into like the outside stuff. And you kind of want to position yourself so you don't get knocked into these fire puddles. Okay. Alright, back at this one. Guided missile. Here we've got missiles tethered to 2 people. I have one tethered on me. The people who have it tethered to them, they just need to kite it around. By kite, it means like you run around basically with like as if this is a kite. And you just wait for it to explode by itself. And if you get hit with it, you get a vuln up and you take some damage. Okay. There's another person where they ran away enough so they didn't actually get hit, but I snapshot got hit with it. If you step in this, you'll get burned. Okay, so here, maybe I should have just waited. The stack marker, okay, and then the knockback thing, it goes together. So I'm gonna go to the center so that when we get hit with that, so they get hit. Took a decent amount of damage there. They got knocked back over there. Versus if I just stayed over there, they might have gotten knocked back into the yellow stuff. Okay. I used arm's length. I'm not sure if that specifically saved me or if because I was the one with the stack marker thing that also saved me, you know. But it doesn't seem like it's gonna be too life-threatening if you get in this or in this, so it's fine. Or you walk out of it and then you lose the debuff. Mustard bomb is gonna be the tank buster, so use some mitigation. Ooh, I took a bit of a bleed from the tank buster, so watch out for that. Side cannon again, go on the opposite side. I stayed in it just to see, because you know how I am. If you get a vuln up, you take a bit of damage. Yep. Guided missile again. So we got these 2 little missiles on the sides, okay, so it's tethered to people and they just need to move around. Okay, so here now we've got the AoEs that we gotta spread out and then get out of the thing so you don't stay burnt. And there we go. The mechanics just repeat and stuff. Okay, afterwards we'll need to use this teleportation construct thing, like interact with it so you can move to the next area. And then we get launched to the next area. Notice some people are like running ahead of me. I don't like, at this point I don't really care. But if that's something that like bothers you, then you can let people know. Like for example, the healer is like sprinting and like running ahead of me. Like I don't mind. Like I'm pretty chill about playing stuff, and it's like, well, if they get hit with stuff, they're the healer. That's my attitude towards it. But I know that some people get very like upset about those types of things, and we're just taking care of that here. I think at this point, you have to just figure out what you care more about. Like if you know that there are going to be players who play like that, like is it more important to just enjoy the parts that you can enjoy, or is it more important to like let them know that that's bad and they shouldn't be doing that, you know? So pick your battles kind of thing. I think that's honestly a life skill that I've learned playing this game. See, they're all the way over there. I'm just like, oh look, they're just having fun. That's fine. There's a treasure chest here if you want it. Yeah, I think when I was a newer player, I was just like, man, they're running so fast. Man, they're like they don't even care about the hierarchy. I'm the tank. Shouldn't I go first? And like, but now after so many hours of playing this, so many years of playing this, I'm just like, hey guys, I'm just chilling, you know, doing whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me. I know not everybody has that type of attitude, but, and I'm not saying this to like, oh watch out for all these babies. I'm not saying that to like downplay anyone's feelings or anything, or invalidate anyone's feelings, but you really can't change people. That's what I've learned, you know, and instigating things generally just makes people more upset, even if they, like if they didn't care that much about it, but then you instigate trouble, and then all of a sudden they've got like social connection, even if it's like in a negative way. And honestly, most people just want to like connect with others, and having like a bad connection is still a connection, and in the grand scheme of things it's kind of sad, but it is the way it is. And I'm just like, I'd rather spend my time trying to find positive things to share an experience with everybody. Anyway, okay, rambling over. Tank Buster. Okay. This one has like wheels for its arms on the back, so prepare for it to like drive around a bunch. It has a little noise too. Okay, automobile assault cannon. You gotta watch out for this red line on the ground, okay? It's gonna telegraph all over the place to show where it's going. And if you have really bad short-term memory like me, you might struggle a little. I went all the way on this side, but at the very end of its like little run, like this, it's gonna do this huge cleave on the other side, okay? And you need to run all the way over there. This wave cannon thing, yeah, so I picked the wrong side. And so I got a bone stack, and I got hit with that. Healer also got hit with that. Yeah, so bad call on my part. I'll show. I think it does it again, so we'll see it again. Okay, the atomic flame is a raid wide. Let me see if the first one over here. Yeah. So it goes like this, right? There's 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4. For this run, I was like, okay, I gotta figure out where it ends up. Last time I thought it would end up here, but actually it ends up on the other side. And so I was kind of just waltzing my way over there, hoping I didn't get hit. And I was like, okay. See how close that was? Dude, look. I almost got hit with that second run. Right here. Anyway, I didn't get hit though, and then I made my way across to try to stand where it was gonna end up, okay? And that takes a lot of practice if you have really bad short-term memory, like me. So, if you get hit with that, is like, don't worry about it. It takes a while to read. Okay. Moving on. Okay, so it zooms away. this mechanic, automobile sniper cannon, okay, it's based on numbers. So all of us have a number above our heads, and then this orange strip here is the boss is gonna run this way, and there's going to be a beam that goes from the number to the person with the number. And so typically what people do is they'll line up 1, 2, 3, 4, or like whatever, so that the beam goes out like that. For this run, we were kind of all over the place. I tried to run up to number 1 to stand alongside number 1, but then the others were kind of just up here, and so take a look at our beams. It goes all over the place. Okay, so it's fine. I mean, we survived. But if you want to see a clean version, it's over here. Here we go. So the boss goes to a corner, and then everyone kind of just lines up in order. See, 1, got 2, got 3, got 4. It doesn't necessarily have to be like on this side or whatever. Like if 2 was here and 4 was, that's also fine. But we're just like horizontal, like perpendicular to our number, right? Okay. And so then when it goes off, see, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then nobody got like it wasn't as hectic. Okay. But like I said, like we didn't die over here, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, tank buster. Okay. It's gonna do the line thing again. So it's like going all the way across. I looked for the very last one, and I noticed it was over here, but I went here because I was like, okay, maybe was it here? Yeah, it's tricky business. I see my little legs. I was sprinting. I still didn't make it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, little ghost. It's okay. All right. So let's see it again over here. So whether you're gonna count the lasers or whatever, I think the best way is to stand near the middle and just wait until all of them are done, like is done now, and kind of see like it was going that way. There's no more, and so I'm like, okay, I gotta go this way. So as it's like zooming across, I run across. That's ultimately how I was able to look at it. Also, I was cheeky just so, because I wanted to see how much damage I'd take as a damage dealer. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Same as the other boss, we use this teleportation thingy to go to the next area. See, I'm the same. I'm like at the very end, but I don't know. You know, maybe I'm just jaded now, or I'm just old. I don't know. I just recognize that I feel a lot different nowadays when I play than I used to when it was fresh. Maybe because like when I was still a young sprout, I was overwhelmed by so many other things that I was already stressed out. I noticed that this person had low health. It was because there was one of the ads on them, but we were able to keep it together, so it was fun. Yeah, I think if you're playing and at this point, like in Endwalker, you're still stressed out by things, it could be beneficial to like find a community, like an FC or just like a Discord like group of people who are more chill to play with, just to like help you learn more of the mechanics and things, and you know, and learn more of the social side of playing the game. Which is also why I decided to make these types of guides, right? To give more information to share with people who are still fresh and like, wanting more knowledge, because knowledge can help alleviate anxiety sometimes. Watch out for these AoEs. Yeah. Like, for example, I haven't played healer for a long time. Maybe a year. Like, I've dabbled here and there and picking up healer again. I used to be a healer main, but the past year or so I've mostly just been playing like tanks or machinists. And so I know if I picked up healer and ran like a level 90 dungeon, I'd probably be panicking. I'm like, why are they running so fast? So it's all a matter of perspective, right? But I hope everyone can find peace in whatever they do, and fun in whatever they do. Okay, this boss is basically a wall boss. It's not gonna move, so you don't have to worry too much about positioning it anywhere. We got this AI takeover thing. Oh, so the yellow thing will give you a bleed if you stand in it. You won't die, so it's okay. There was like a crash in the back over there. This is Omega thingy. So you gotta make sure to pan your camera. Here it goes. Okay, so it's doing its like side cannon thing. So this side's gonna get cleaved. Okay, so we took care of that. Over here is dropping. Oh, there's too many touchdown. There's gonna be a dragon. And you wanna, it's casting this thing called Fire Breath. You wanna run behind it, because the Fire Breath will do a big cone across the stage. Okay. The dragon can land wherever. I've seen it on this side and this side. Okay, the next area I take over, we've got Rocket Punch. So pan your camera around, figure out where the hands are. If you've done the Stormblood Omega raids, then this stuff will seem familiar. A lot of this stuff, but yeah. So wherever the punching fists are, there's gonna be line AoEs. So you gotta find the gap between them, and that'll be your safe spot. Alright, here the boss transforms into this like spiral-y thing. When it's the spiral, consider it like a cylinder going up, and so think of it as a circle AoE. Okay, it's like solid, so you need to back it up. Right now it's just the regular sphere again, but then it's going to transform again. So this is something that you'll just have to figure out. Now it's in this like donut shape, and so that means we're going to get a donut AoE. So you can go inside the hitbox. Mind hack. This one might be a little tricky if you're bad at directions, like me. Okay, so we've got a few different ones. I have right face, and then other people like, all of them have like the down version. What was it called? About face is what theirs is called. Okay, so mine's right face. So what that means is at the end of this countdown, I've got 10 seconds left. at the end of the countdown, I'm going to march towards my right side, depending on wherever I'm facing. And then for everybody else over here, because they have the backwards one, they're just going to walk backwards wherever they're facing. And so you need to position yourself so that you can handle this mechanic. Okay, so you figure out what it is. It's a donut, so that means I want to be inside. So I'm going to face a certain way so that at the end of my countdown, I move to the right into the box. Whereas everybody else, they're going to position themselves and they're going to face away from the circle, so then they walk backwards into it. I was actually angling myself so that I could get into this yellow thing. Okay, so that I could test it, but I was so good. I didn't get hit with it, but you'll see I walk into it on purpose. But yeah, so when the countdown goes off, we have this force march thing. Okay, and then the march goes off, and then yeah. But I walk into the burn. So you get burned if you step in this. Okay. So once again, position yourself to go into this thing because it's a donut AoE. It's a donut version. And then you're good. Conversely, you know, if it was the, let's see, I think over here we did get the other version. Yeah, in this version, we got the cylinder spiral thing, and so it's going to be a circle AoE. And so we needed to get away from it. And so I had the left version this time, so I was going to go that way. So I ran away from the thing. Okay. So figure out what direction you're gonna go at the end. Figure out if you need to go in here or not, and then position yourself for it. Okay, atomic ray. It's a raid wave with a bleed. Multi-AI takeover. Oh, we got the rocket punches again. So you will just dodge that. Like, find the gap. Let's see. Okay, atomic ray is a raid wave. Find the gap. You can also see the lines on the stage will show. Can you see like these lines? These lines on the stage can help figure out where the gap is if you have trouble figuring out like between the fists. You see they all line up here to the ones, you know? So, okay, then we also got this dude again. And it's doing the half cleave, so make sure you're keeping an eye out for that so you don't get hit with it. Yeah. Okay, we did it. I think that person wanted the stuff, I guess. Oh, they want to bow to me. Okay, great. Alright, I hope that was helpful. Bye.